Now, ongoing challenges in South Africa, especially those including poverty and inequality, have led to a significant number of people experiencing homelessness in the country. According to Stats SA, the number of people who are experiencing homelessness has increased to over 55 million. As the cold front intensifies across South Africa, let's unpack what this means for men, women and children who are forced to survive without stable shelter. For that, let's bring in our guest. Manzoni is with the Uturn Homeless Ministries and joins us now via our telephone line. Brandon, thanks very much indeed for your time. Help us understand a bit more about what your organization does as we try to get a better sense of what the needs of those who are experiencing homelessness under these conditions are.
Yeah, so Uturn exists to provide a pathway out of homelessness for those that are living on the streets, those that are destitute, and those that are basically also, stuck in the cycle of substance abuse. So Uturn tries to, get those off the streets to our service centers, where we encourage a therapeutic path out of homelessness and out of drug addiction for those people as well.
This might be an obvious question, but typically in times like these, where everybody would want to be under some kind of shelter, what would be the needs of the people that you typically help?
Well, basically your basic services, like we obviously need blankets, clothing, food. Also funding is a huge thing with us, so we're always looking for funding to open up new spaces for the homeless. And I mean, that's increasing, ever increasing, like every single year, that number goes up. So yeah, like your basics, like your blankets, your clothing, also food, non-perishables at this time, is what we're really looking for.
Depending who you speak to, I think there are some quarters of society that believe that people who live on the streets are there because they want to be there. I mean, is that your experience?
Actually, no. I think, I know this is harking back to, a little bit where COVID was initially a big driver for getting people on the streets. But there's a huge unemployment rate in the country. There's a breakdown of the family unit. And what we also found is that substance abuse plays a major part in keeping people on the streets.
When we think about some of the dangers for people who are living on the streets, the weather sometimes I don't think is top of mind until you get these aberrations, right? These extreme cold weather conditions. But again, in your experience, typically how much does weather-inflicted harm feature in their lives?
From someone coming from a lived experience, I mean, I was homeless for about 4 years as well. So the weather is a major problem. I mean, you're constantly on the lookout for somewhere safe to sleep. There's never a warm place, so you're always looking for somewhere warm. Inevitably, you end up in these little tainted communities, and even in that, it's the inherent dangers of safety comes in. Where people tend to get robbed. Drug abuse is massive in those little tainted communities. So yeah, weather plays a major part. I mean, most of the times you're laying on the streets and you just have a blanket to cover yourself, or maybe a piece of plastic. So safe spaces are sorely needed.
With every election, you have politicians, I suppose, depending on what they prioritize, mentioning that part of their aim is to eradicate homelessness. In the work that you've been doing, has there been any kind of sincere effort to get that right finally?
Yeah, so the Western Cape government has, the last 5 years, have increased our shelter space, our bed spaces to about 1,000. But, given the amount of people that are on the streets, that is just like, that's a drop in the ocean insofar as the amount of people that are actually on the streets. But like I said, in the Western Cape, they've done about 1,000 beds over the last 5 years. Uturn itself has about 5 service centers, where we accommodate those people. And we also partner with various NGOs as well.
Fair enough. Brandon Manzoni, thanks very much indeed for speaking to us. Really do appreciate your time to help us shine a spotlight on this issue. Brandon is with Uturn Homeless Ministries.